Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while since I've done a sit down video. I realised when I was going through my account it's been like a month since I've actually done a sit down video, which is too long, but honestly I've just been so busy with work and everything that I just haven't had an opportunity to sit down and do a video. Does that look worse? I think it does, doesn't it? I'm gonna leave it. I don't know what is happening with this. I'm gonna have to put it back up if it's gonna keep doing this, isn't it? Shall I just do the whole video like this? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh, I hate it. Oh, that looks fucking stupid. My hair is being a piece of shit. So, let's try this again. This video is going to be about moving out. If you want any more in-depth videos, I can do tips and anything that you want to know, Q&A about my moving out experience. I can do anything like that. So I moved out about a year ago from my mum and dad's house in Adelaide. I moved out really quick in this relationship that I'm in now. We were together for 4 months before I moved out, so it was very quick, but I don't regret it at all. It's actually just made things 10 times easier because we're in a long distance relationship. I live in a country now, so I think my moving out is a whole different experience than what normal people probably consider, because you've got to have elements like country living and all that as well, which I think the social environment has been my biggest challenge in this whole thing. So my biggest tip for when you move out, make sure you have a job that is concrete and that you get reliable income, because honestly, I don't know whether everyone's parents are like mine, but my mum and dad made sure I had a very easy life. They wanted me to enjoy my childhood as much as I possibly could, which I'm so thankful that they did that, because honestly I had the best childhood growing up. And with that though, I've had a reality check, especially with money, of how much also goes out and that you don't see because you're just paying bills and living life and working. So I moved out when I was, how old am I now? 22. So I would have been 21. Yeah, I just turned 21 when I moved out, and I think I was ready. My sister moved out about 6 months before I did, and without my sister, honestly, the house wasn't the same, and I think I wasn't really at home anyway. Even when I was dating girls in general, I wasn't home that much because I wanted to experience life and I wanted to be out as much as I possibly could. And then when I started dating Millie, because she lived 2 hours away, I was always here, which was difficult for me driving back because I worked in Adelaide at the time, so that was hard. Me and Millie don't live on our own still though, even though I moved out with her. We live with her family, which is a challenge in itself, because obviously you want to be in a good position with the in-laws, and I don't want to do anything to jeopardise that. But I think we're both ready. Lesbians have a reputation for U-hauling it, which is exactly what we did, and I don't regret it, but we did do that. And with that though, I feel like our whole relationship has escalated so much quicker than other relationships would have, because we've been together 1.5 years, but honestly I feel like I've been with her for so long, because we've obviously been living together for over a year. It's actually our 1.5 years today. So, but like, I feel like I'm ready for her to propose to me, I'm ready for marriage, I'm ready for kids, I'm ready for all that. So like, obviously we've got a plan to move out to get to that next space in our lives. I'm 22 now, Millie's 24, so we're not young, like we're not fresh out of the boat, but we are still very young. We're still figuring out life. The economy isn't great, so we've got to figure it out with our families, what we're going to do, where we're going to live, how we're going to pay for things, all that. My job is very reliable. Millie's is not so much at the moment, so I think that is our biggest thing. When we next move out again, that Millie has a steady income as well, because it's just good for your mental health, knowing that you can contribute, and it's just somewhere you can meet friends, and it's just a good environment to have a job. Even if you don't have a great relationship with your parents or your family, I do, but even if you don't, you need to make sure you have good communication when you're moving out, because it is a really scary process, and it is really important that you have a support system. And I think that is where I like to be very independent. I probably should have lent on my mum and dad a little bit more, because now I do, now that I'm out of home. And to be honest, our relationship has probably grown more because we have separated and not living together anymore. I feel like we've actually got closer in a lot of ways. I just miss them a lot more, and I want to spend more time with them, and it's just, yeah, I miss them a lot. Our plan when we move out again, we're going to try and be close, at least closer to my family. I would like to move to Adelaide because I'm not a country person, but unless Millie is objected to that, we would move at least closer. So I think the biggest thing with moving out would definitely be communication. Communication with your partner, communication with whoever you're moving in with, because I'm living with 2 other people plus Millie as well, and communication with your family, communication with everybody that's involved, because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to do it alone. Like, even now, my mum and dad help me with advice, and I can vent to them, and they're just really good at listening to what I want to say. And I'm lucky because my mum and dad have always taught me how to save, and they've always taught me to prioritise what I want in my life and how to get that. So I'm really good at saving, and I've been lucky enough to have a car and a full-time job. I'm now in a position where I live with Millie, and we're paying rent and we're paying for electricity and all that, and it's not affecting me as much as what it would if I didn't have savings. So I've been very, very lucky, and I feel like people don't realise, especially in the economy now, how expensive things are. And if you have that start, like 16, 17, 18, is actually really important to try and save up nowadays, because it's so hard to afford anything anywhere. Country living is actually cheaper than in the city, so I think in the long run we've done this the right way because we're saving more out here, but there's less to do, so we spend more money on things out here because we're bored. I'm a very social person, so I feel like anything with my mental health is social, makes me happy. And if I get too isolated, that's when I start to be more unhappy. So things like YouTube, I love it because it's social and it's interactive and things like that, and Twitter and all that. In terms of in person, I love hanging out with friends, going to coffee, having a few beers, watching the football, watching any sport really, known to man, hanging out with people, going to yoga, going to netball, all this. Those things are really important to me, and I think it's just important when you move out to have a good mental health, because it is a very stressful time, and moving is the worst thing ever. Like, honestly, I think it could make or break a relationship, like not the moving in part, but trying to move everything. And I didn't actually have a great structure when I moved out. It was kind of like implied that I was moving out. It didn't really happen. It was just unsaid, a lot of it. And then I was like to my mum, I think I'm moving to Wallaroo. And she's just like, okay, I figured, because you literally aren't here at all anymore. Communication is important, because my mum deserved to know what was happening, and I really wish that I had that experience with her now, and my dad obviously. And I just moved in my car because I didn't have that much. I mean, I'm 22 now, and I only had a room in the house, like when I was living with my mum and dad anyway. There's some few things that obviously I treasure that are still there, but in general I have a lot of things in this room I share with Millie, especially all mine as well. So yeah, I'm probably going to do like an in-depth video, a Q&A, anything about moving out or our relationship at that period of time. I would love to do a Q&A. Just honestly comment down below questions, anything that you'd like to know, and honestly I'll answer them in a heartbeat. And I'm still trying to get Millie in a video, and she is getting more and more close to saying yes. But honestly, comment down below any videos that you want to see, any questions you want me to answer about moving out, coming out, anything like that, and I will try and make videos about what you would like to see, because that is what is important. I want to make content that my viewers would like to see. Like, comment and subscribe. Bye guys.